Hi. Okay, so obviously wash your face, clean off any makeup that you already have on there. Put a primer on there. I can probably bring you one. Just super nonchalantly rub that in. And then what you're gonna do, I think I'll start with yeah, because that's gonna be the most challenging thing.
You kind of entertainment. Chocolate showgirls, singers, and
so essentially what you're gonna do is I'm gonna give you some liquid latex. Which one is this? And then I'm just pouring it out on the lid to my face paint, but that's because when it dries it can just like peel off. I'm gonna give you a little container of it. I'll label everything, don't worry. But essentially what you're gonna do is you are going to take a brush. Okay, so I have one like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to dip it in the liquid latex, just a little bit at a time, and you're gonna come right down by your lip and just stipple it all the way up like that, right? Little bit at a time. And don't put it like on your lip. I don't know how safe this stuff is for consumption. I'm guessing not very. But yeah, just build yourself a little white line, and it should look something like that, essentially, as the main part. And then you're gonna wait for that to dry. It shouldn't take too long. So okay, so you'll know it's dry when it's clear, essentially. I'd recommend probably letting it dry with your mouth kind of open so that it's not super tight when you try to close your mouth. But I don't know, maybe I'm making things up. But you're just gonna go in and do another like little layer in the middle of everything, and I'd say do this like maybe 2 more times just on that same spot. Then you wait for that to dry, and I'm gonna do it like 2 more times. I'll let you know off camera, and then I'll show you the next step. Yeah, you get it. Okay, so it should look something like this. I think I did it 2 more times, but like it's okay like when you're checking if it's dry to like really press on it, you know? Because even if it's like not fully dry, it just kind of adds texture. Also, same thing with like opening your mouth. You can see where it's kind of peeling away. That's perfectly fine. It's not gonna like fall off. It just like breaks a little bit as you do it, and all that does is add texture. Like, it's not really gonna do anything bad, so it's fine. Essentially now what you're gonna do, you're just gonna do like a little bit outside the lines, like you could, yeah, watch. Okay, you can kind of see where I've like the main line, and then it's kind of covered up because there's more white on top. You just kind of let that dry, and then I'll be back. Okay, and now what you can do, since it's dry, you can kind of go along the edges and just scrape at it. Which what this does is it creates texture. and it kind of makes it look like it's, you know, like peeling. I'd be careful about going directly into the middle of it though. Yeah. And now we paint it. I have given you this, probably. I think I did. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Okay. And it has, like, this red shade in there. So, what I would do is I'm gonna take a thinner brush like this. And okay, I want to go look at the picture. But essentially you're gonna dip into that dark red color and put it all along the center part. Okay, so essentially you're just gonna put that all along where you have the latex, except for like the very edges. And then you're gonna take more of like a fluffier brush and blend it out along the edges. Yeah, that makes sense. Like one like this. If it's not blending very well, it's like doing something right now, you can dip into a little bit more and like use it to
Howard Hughes swooped in and spent hundreds. Were officially like chased out of Las Vegas. So at this
okay,
point,
so once you've kind of gotten to like this blended point, you're gonna take kind of a lighter brown like this one here.
Now it was sad. It was crime.
I don't know why it has a circle in it like that. That's a little bit interesting. And you're gonna go in the very center and kind of blend it out towards the edges. I probably put a little bit too much, but it's okay. Okay, and then you're gonna take some more red and you're just gonna layer it on top, especially focusing along the edges. Okay, and then what you can do now is you can go in with that smaller brush again and get a little bit of the black. There's some like loose powder on top of the black in here. It's not gonna mess with anything, just like ignore it. And you just put it in like the very, very middle and be like careful about it. Okay, and then you're just gonna blend that out with that red brush from before. Okay, and so looks like that. Essentially, it looks so much better not on camera, and it's like kind of making me mad, but it's okay. And then I didn't want to shower tonight. I hope I don't get this all over myself, but spray blood. Give it a little shake. I don't know if you're supposed to shake it, but I mean, it can't hurt. Okay. Close your eyes and like and just like spray it a couple times. That was not as bad as I thought. I remember it being worse, but just like, oh, okay, that didn't do what I thought it was going to. It looked different the last time I used it. You know what, it's okay, life happens and you move on. Ugh, it's in my mouth. Ugh. Anyway, you kind of get the picture. It'll come together. Trust. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that same red brush from before, because like it's fine, and you're gonna dip it in the black, get it nice and saturated, and then you're gonna go over your eye on the other side of your face, and you're going to black out essentially like this. Ugh, it keeps getting in my mouth. It tastes like salt. Like from your eye bag to like the crease of your eye, to like you'll see it. There's like a line right here in your eye, and oh, I forgot I wasn't supposed to be doing stuff over there. It's okay. It's okay. It just adds to it, you know? Yeah. And you just fill this in completely black, essentially. Okay, so you blend the black out, and then you're just gonna get some red like on your finger and blend it around the very edges. Then I'm gonna take like a tiny bit of purple on my pinky finger, just like the tiniest bit, and blend that into like where your eye bag would be. And now you are going to, I put an eyeshadow palette in there. And then there's this one brush that I put in there. And you're gonna go in, ooh, black. In the top right corner. It's called Dark Room in the palette. You're just gonna put that where the black is, essentially. And then you're going to go into Beetle. I didn't like that. That's what it's called though. And you're just gonna blend that where the red is. And then take a little bit of that shiny red, it's called Strange, and you're gonna like just stick it on there wherever it feels right. Probably a lot up on the brow bone right here. It's an Egyptian themed hotel. It looks like a pyramid, and the elevator system in the hotel and like right here. But okay, let me knock you off track because the elevator is like and then you can go in with Lydia on your pinky finger and just bring it down right there where you put the purple. Pirate shows right there on the strip for the kids. They're essentially trying to lure the families into the hotel and the casino, you know? In the beginning, this did bring in money. And you can go in with a little bit of Want to Get In, the like brownish shade at the bottom, and just like Las Vegas was rock solid, and now it's put it in a couple little places. It doesn't actually matter where, it's just kind of like adding more bruisey colors. Appealing to kids, but at the same time there were strippers and take the red and now watching grown men dressed as pirates fight one another. Spray it over your eye. Like, you know, like so people and try to have it angled up a little bit more, maybe, or down, maybe. I'm trying to think about this. Just spray it all over, honestly. More the better. Game changer. At that point, a lot of the casinos are kind of offering just basic buffets, which is fine, but it wasn't like the coagulated blood. Last time I used this, I spilled it all over my leg. That was all fun, so maybe don't do that. Amazing chefs. This was a big deal. I'm listening to a podcast about Las Vegas right now. So, and you're gonna take a little bit on your finger and just so now they're in their fine emerald, and like that's and then you can put a little bit up in the black eye if you want to. Excuse my ignorance there. I'm uneducated on celebrity chefs. Rip it down. In the 2000s.
everyday people suddenly lose
Be
their
careful
homes,
putting it near your eye.
or
Don't
losing
get it
their
in there.
jobs. It was a very
I
stressful,
feel like that goes
scary
unsaid,
time.
but
So with that being said, vacation was completely. I mean, think about
but
all the
yeah,
people who work in a casino,
you can throw
card
some like
dealers, wait staff, club promoters,
mascara
so many
on
people are
there,
employed
or
by the
you know
hotels,
what we
the
can do,
casinos, everything. And Vegas ended up having
because it feels a
about
little weird
6 to
just having this
7,000
highlight
off
completely
weeks. So
nothing
Vegas
wrong
had
with
the
it,
highest
right?
rate of home
And so you can just
foreclosures
dip your
in
finger into a little
America.
bit of
I
the
mean, it
like
was
beetle
bad.
or
Even
whatever
after the crisis
at the
had
top
hit,
and just
people
like
were not about to blow their money on Vegas again.
just
So
rub
at
it
this
in
time, it was
really
clear to people that Vegas
sloppily.
had the only
With a little bit of the purple shade Lydia, like
we need to target now the millennials. They were looking at someone with
it doesn't really matter where.
but for the millennial generation,
A little bit more of the
someone
red.
who the media just could not get enough of, and they turned
Tiny bit of the
and
black.
save Las Vegas once again. Do you know who it is?
Just rubbing it at a bit at the bottom.
I heard about AMU through a coworker of mine. He
Okay.
was really going there. I highly recommended it. Said the curriculum was good. I looked into it from there, and it lined up perfectly with what I wanted in an intelligence
Just like,
degree. I was working full time at the time I was deployed, but whether I was here, overseas, as long as I had internet connectivity, I was good to go. When it came down to it, AMU was the smoothest process I probably ever had, to where I was basically set up for success. My name is Brandon Deanwith, and I'm an AMU graduate.
I think that's it. You can go in there if you want to, take a little bit of the sparkly shade, want to get in at the bottom, and like put it on your nose for a little extra flair if you're feeling a little special and whimsical. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll take some pictures and I'll insert them. But